Alright, chat, what is good? What's poppin'? Oh. Hey, there you go. Alright, how's it going? We got more hockey going up. Yeah, I know, it's 2 streams in a row. Don't worry, though. This will not go on forever. It's very evident this year. Okay, let me... Is it turned down? Oh, you've been listening to music turned down. Okay, I just need to turn down my headset so I can hear myself. Hello, welcome. Yeah, so about hockey. Tonight is Game 6 of the NHL Finals. Panthers are up 3-2. Hold up. Yeah, my mic is turned away. Trying to get it as close to me as possible. Come on. It's all or nothing in Game 6 for Oilers versus Panthers. Yeah, no shit. Can I watch the game though? Okay, it says live, but like there's no... Like the game is not on yet. We still have like 20 minutes before puck drop, so I can just plug the HDMI cord. You'll be listening to what's good. I wanna watch the game. Let's see here. Wait. Am I already signed in? Do this. Watch live. Oh, Pog. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So, as I was saying earlier, Panthers winning 3-2 in the series. So, Edmonton, if they really want to bring the cup home to Canada, or in phrasing, I know, with the English language, say if they really want to win it, they gotta do their thing. They should not let their emotions get the best of them. They should be doing the fucking thing they're supposed to do. Yeah. So anyways, I could probably... Okay, pausing the music here. Let's go to my main scene. It says intermission, but it's actually pre-game. If you are new here, one thing I like to do is, during every intermission, I like to play one period of hockey in video game form. And I have Fusion open, and I want to play Mario Lemieux hockey, but I think the game is a little too old. Because it came out before the Florida Panthers were a team. Like, yes, they have formed in the 90s, but this was like before that. That's what's up. Yeah, if I do this, extract here. you can hear something. Also, I get to know if my controller works here. Press start. Oh boy, this is not fucking mapped. Set config. Controllers. Port 1. 6-button pad I want to define. Up. Jesus Christ. Is this not working? Bruh. Cancel that shit. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. Wait, hold up. Can I just... There's a gamepad viewer thing. Or do I have the controller thing up on the main scene? Controller. My camera's blocking it. That's wonderful. Oh, that's because it's detect. Okay, as I use this controller here, when I try to use it, it detects as the stick, not the pad. That kind of sucks. Okay, toss it back. We're converting. Oh, you know what? I need to whip out a different emulator. And hopefully... Come on. Okay, wonderful. Not this one. We're doing something different. Here it is. Load recent game. Let's see here from my big list. Scroll all the way down to N. Also window capture. Do this one. Oh, of course. Yeah! It's in the game. It's in the game. Yep, I need to, okay. Yeah. We got some video game. Oh, I wonder what this is reference to. Chat. NHL 94. The newest game always takes like the last finalists of like the year before. And 1993 is when the Montreal Canadiens last won the cup. So, see, I see what you did there, EA. You know, when they made good games, remember that, EA. Remember money not exploiting your audience. Yeah, that was a time. Wait. Wait a minute. They here. We're gonna do it like this. Ooh, 10-minute periods. Do we really want 10 minutes? I don't really play 10 minutes. Penalties on goalkeeper, keep it automatic. Hey. Hey! Fuck it. Mm-hmm. Can I just start it? Does my controller not like to do D-pad up? Are you fucking serious, dude? Gamepad viewer. Come on. It's detected. It's the game that's so fucking stubborn. Don't want to exit game. Okay, I see this is absolutely not configured right now. Gamepad, but it's like, is it set though? Input? Dear God. Wait, A70C, what? Okay, never mind. How do you play this game? Forums. Okay, B pass A shoot. That's all I need to do. That's all I need, brother. Okay, by the time I'm done with the first period, oh, Nintendo B. What are you doing, man? Where am I? Why is this the shittiest camera? Boy, this is so quiet. Craig Simpson, hold up. The same Craig Simpson who's like the sports announcer now? That same one. Bruh. Hey. Shoot with this, pass with that. Because it's reversed. Because of course it had to. Bruh. Bruh. That's Hartford's thing. Until they moved to Raleigh, Carolina. They didn't give up Brass Bonanza though. Oh, I think that was some offside. Boy. Oh, that's Shane Corson. Bruh. My team. I don't know the old rosters. Like, I know Gretzky's in there. I have no idea what I'm doing. Game too old. Game too old to understand the controls. Boy move. No. Boy, get out of my way. Pressing the wrong buttons, I bet. This game is so quiet, holy shit. Penalty for who? Excuse me, what? Wait. I think I left the fucking... Okay, it's not a low battery. Network error. My ass. Unmute the tab, because it was media playing and... Alright. Let's finish this. We're probably missing out at this point. Take it. Why don't you? Offside. Was offside. Then why even do a face-off there if it's just gonna be offside? I have a feeling this game is full of shit. Oh, you can skip this. That's good to know. Maybe I should have crossed a line before passing. Because at least this time I saw it. Thank God. Chat, we can finally watch now. Yeah, we got time. We got time. Okay. There you go. This is switch to HDMI. That way I can hear the game. Hold up. Is it not plugged? Why is it not plugged in? Boy, why is you not plugged in though? Like straight up? My computer's freaking out now. What happened to that USB-C cable that I... Oh no, everything's on my main screen. Is there a USB cable? Is the stream still up? Uh-oh. Why? Okay, my monitor had a bit of a freak out. Okay, says it's still up. Okay, we still got time. I just need to find that USB cable. What happened? Where did I put it? Okay, there's my USB-C cable. I'm a professional broadcaster, everyone. I are very smart. SMRT. Very smart. Oh, wasn't expecting so much scuff during tonight's stream. Where is the... Okay, I see it. No need to swap. No need to swap cables. HDMI is to stay on my laptop. That way I can play... That way I can play games on the computer itself. So, yay, I'm not losing shit. Okay, plug. Please tell me we're getting anything. Okay, right now we've reached a little short movie before the game, because Sportsnet loves to do that. Sportsnet loves to do that. Can I... Ooh. Deactivate. Can I see properties on the capture card? If I hit activate... Alright, we're doing this. We're doing this, chat. Hello? Oh no. No way. Let's go, bitches. just in time.
Welcome to the Stanley Cup Final on Sportsnet, presented by Instacart Groceries.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm not paid. I'm not paid. Fuck you, Sportsnet. You're getting paid, but not me. Eat dicks.
Write the lyrics to the song. You still hear you saying you would never break the chain. Game 6, for the first time the Stanley Cup is in the building. It's been 262 days since Sidney Crosby stepped on the ice in Sudbury for Kraft Hockeyville. It's been 153 days.
Everybody's going sicko mode, and rightfully so, both in Miami and in Edmonton.
And 60 days since the playoffs began on April the 19th. What a track.
Shit, one more day.
Kelly, Rudy, Kevin, BX, good evening. Welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. Game 6, David and Elliot. Why don't you start us off here?
All right, it's definitely been a long season, but the Cup is in the building, and there's a certain level of excitement and anticipation here in South Florida. But Elliot, the Oilers say they're not going to be deterred. They, of course, eliminated Vegas and Dallas on the road. They won Game 4 here on the road. Still, there are some lineup changes tonight.
Yes, of course, Stuart Skinner is starting in goal. That's the one I think a lot of us were expecting. They've made one change on the blue line. Klingberg back in for Stetcher, and they've made one change up front. Kapanen back in for Arvidsson, and Kapanen and Evander Kane are getting moved back up.
Okay, I was gonna say, why is Connor McDavid like not in uniform, but he does have like the gear, like his like below in the bottom half of his body is all geared up. It's just, I think Connor needed to cool down a little bit.
Is going to go back to the Alberta capital. That is going to have to change tonight.
Absolutely. And, the red hot Sam Reinhart's been lighting it up. Goals in the last 3 games. Of
yeah, so yeah, he just didn't have his top gear on at the moment. Where the cameras were live.
Sam, a chance to win the Stanley Cup tonight. What kind of thoughts go through your mind with that opportunity ahead?
We've been here before. We know what's at stake. You know, it's easy to get ahead of yourself, know what could be at the end. Just got to play a game, you know, have a good start and get off with a good jump early, and like our chances.
As someone who's a veteran and a cup winner, what's your sense of how the team is feeling going into this opportunity? It's
good. It's just there's one game up for grabs today. We know that. So we got to play our game, same intensity, and the start's gonna be important.
Sam, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Kevin, you're older and wiser. Happy birthday yesterday.
First of all, great visual of Connor and Leon together, tight in the dressing room, showing that they're together tonight. They're going to do it together. But the strategy of the game for the Edmonton Oilers can be condensed into one quote by the great John Tortorella. He likes to say, safe is death. I'm going to slightly modify it and tailor to this series. The boards are death. That's the strategy for the Oilers. The Florida Panthers love the boards. They're big, they're nasty, they're good on the wall. So all these plays that go up the wall are going to turn into this. A dog's breakfast. Nothing there, play up the wall there, icing, back in their zone. You can see Connor flying the zone. You can see the hesitation to fire that puck up there and to try to make a play through the neutral zone.
Oh yeah, I need to charge my laptop. Hang on. I need my laptop charger. I'll be right back, chat. Hold up.
So a couple plays like right here, you'll see it, and they start to do this in the third, forcing plays through the middle, trusting their skill, and they allow their speed to take over. This pass to the middle to Connor Brown. Now this is where the Oilers are at their strength. Flying through the neutral zone, making plays, hitting the defenseman on the late, right? That's how they're going to create offense, but they need to start like this. They can't do this in the third when they're down 2-3 goals.
Well, Kevin, if we look further at the Oilers' decision in terms of goaltending and starting Stuart Skinner, and Cal, I feel like there are so many reasons for him to play with a high level of confidence. Even if you think about when he played in Game 4, the first period, a number of great saves. But his team needed a wake-up call. I feel like Stuart Skinner, he's got excellent numbers when he was in elimination games in the Stanley Cup final last year, and he does have the support from his teammates. He said he's feeling good coming into tonight's game, as he should. And he also said his approach is always about moving forward and being ready for the next game, the next moment. Well, Cal, it's a big moment for him right now.
All eyes on him, too. He knows it, too. It's not an easy position in the Canadian market, but we know what he's capable of. And I think most importantly, I think I know how hard he's worked at the mental aspect of this game in that position.
Roberto Luongo has a role to play. That'll be coming up here in just a minute. So does Phil Pritchard, potentially. Phil's getting set by polishing up Lord Stanley's mug right now. Meanwhile, the Oilers, they know the drill. A celebration in South Florida for the second year in a row. That celebration is the Oilers to Knicks.
Alright, chat, I'm back. As you may have seen, as I climbed from underneath my desk, it is still pre-game, so I could have, I don't know if I did play like 10 minutes of the video game, NHL, you know, so yeah, chat, just so you know, we're gonna watch this game tonight together, though I won't play like the actual footage. That's how you get your channel blocked on YouTube. Either blocked or deleted for copyright. So tonight we watched the game. And Thursday, even if the Oilers win tonight and bring the Stanley Cup to Game 7, there's still gonna be Zelda, as I do on my scheduled stream days. My scheduled days are always Tuesday and Thursdays, so if there's a Game 7, I will still stream Thursday, and there'll be a bonus stream this week as we watch Game 7, because I do want to do a watch along of where we actually get to see who wins the cup. Hopefully it's not one tonight. Wait Friday when they get back to Edmonton. That is how I plan, but that shit can turn around so fast, and the odds are always against my favor. Always against my favor. See, I was supposed to shave my head the last time I watched the Stanley Cup Finals on stream. That was back when I streamed on Twitch. But yeah, that was my buzz cut era, and I was supposed to get another buzz cut when Montreal got eliminated this year, but that got delayed, and I remain unshaved. You know, probably lucky hairdo. Probably that's what it is. So I choose not to get my buzz cut yet. Buzz cut during the spring, then have the hockey mullet grow back. Yeah, it's just my plan. It's just my plan, chat.
Postcards from the edge. The two cities here, Florida and Edmonton, getting ready for Game 6. You didn't come this far to only go this far. That's what they're saying in the capital of Alberta. Jennifer, closing thought.
Well, Connor McDavid said the Panthers don't make it easy on you.
There they are.
This Edmonton
there they are.
Team has been all about
they be walking to the ice.
Connor McDavid is the best in NHL history when playing in elimination games. He averages 1.64 points per game in that situation, and Cal, he and Draisaitl are looking very ready for Game 6.
Yeah, they sure were in that dressing room shot. Draisaitl said this morning they haven't seen the best of the Oilers yet. I expect that to happen. Most importantly, scored that first goal, even perhaps the first two of the game, put Florida back on their heels, because Florida's home record is only 5-4.
Florida is not changing the way they play. They've been to 3 finals in a row, arguably the most consistent team in the NHL in the last 20 years. Bobrovsky's going to be amazing. The way the Oilers win this game is by outskilling him and outspeeding him. Give me Connor Leon early. Give me Kane. Give me Nuge. Give me Bouchard. Give me all their big guns early. Win or lose with your big dogs tonight.
Once again, Chris Cuthbert, Craig Simpson putting on their headphones.
They're
right
going
now.
on the ice. They're going on the ice.
Game 6.
They're going on the ice. Pussies. Florida pussies. They're my boys. My boys on the ice. What team did Forsling play for again?
The complete destruction of something is the definition of elimination. And that's exactly where the Edmonton Oilers find themselves tonight. Elimination is on the table if they are not victorious.
Immediately forgot what I was
against the
looking for.
Florida Panthers. And they understand exactly where they are in this series. They've got veteran players who have been in this situation before. Adam Henrique, third Stanley Cup final for him, and he said it perfectly. We have to deliver. And Kelly addressed it just a short time ago. We still haven't seen our best from one of the best. And tonight would be a great time.
All right, I guess he always played for Florida.
But they are able to deliver their best tonight. The series is going back to Alberta. If they're not, then the Stanley Cup has arrived in this building, and it may stay in the building and South Florida for a second straight year. Which will happen? Find out. Stay tuned. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us.
Among us.
8-year-old World War II veteran, Private Herbert Schwartz, United States Army.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't contain myself when I heard Among Us, okay?
To our country. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of our national anthems. Signed tonight by Florida resident and deaf performer with...
Are they gonna fuck it up? Are they gonna fuck up the anthems?
Here to perform O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome Matthew Bischoff.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot loving all of us.
Are they booing?
With
I hear some booing.
we see their eyes, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
I don't think they hired the right guy to sing the anthems.
God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Okay, people who hired the anthem singers, you gotta raise the bar for a good singer. I'm not really feeling it with this guy. No, that immediately answered my question. I thought it was like country bias. That's why he sounded like so shitty. So, and I thought it was gonna sound a whole lot better with the American anthem. No. Get a new singer. Get someone better. Could be the last game, so you got 3 months to fix your shit, Emirates Bank Arena. Maybe I should have played like the whole fucking game. Listen, if I kept in mind that the game was only going to start like 30 minutes after the scheduled time.
You can feel the anticipation here, the cup in the building. Where it was
No shit. Imagine Edmonton in Game 7, if it gets there.
Who drummed up a Game 7 win on that historic night last June. Panthers trying to make the beat go on for a second consecutive cup win. Oilers a win away from dragging the series back to Alberta. Game 6 from Sunrise. There's Stuart Skinner holding games 3 and 4. Returns tonight. Last year facing elimination. 3-1.
All right, here we go. Puck drop. Puck drop. Also, I need to.
Tonight he looks for his 50th postseason victory as a Panther.
This is good. Okay.
Well, we go on the limit, or does the cup stop here? Underway, game number 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Seth Jones and Barkov out there along with Reinhardt and Verhaeghe against Connor McDavid and company.
Well, it feels like a different game, doesn't it? You come back here for games 3 and 4, but
this shit just started.
With the energy in the crowd, this crowd anticipating what might happen. I love the fact that you got this matchup again, and to start things off, it's Barkov against McDavid. I think we'll see an awful lot of that as this game goes along.
Nice and call. We'll bring a face-up back in the Florida zone, and can Edmonton get the jump tonight?
Well, you think when we were talking about this is just the first elimination game this whole playoffs for the Edmonton Oilers, and you know for Paul Maurice last year that they had to do it 4 times. As he said, he's been asked that question about what it would feel like to win the cup. Well, it took 4 times last year. Edmonton hopes to get it to a 7.
Is that goal a shot? That was blocked in front off Verhaeghe, and Ricochet.
Would have been nice if Edmonton scored like that just off the face-off.
In the first period, Florida's outscored Edmonton in the last 3 games. Gus Forsling works his way to the red line, sends it down into the Edmonton zone. Matthias Ekholm back there, and got help from McDavid to work it ahead, and it'll be flipped to the Florida line by Corey Perry. Oilers, their first change of Perry with a big bump on Marchand, who lost his helmet. Puts it, well, tries to get it back on, otherwise he's going to have to go to the pitch. Took a couple of attempts to do that, and the Oilers come out hitting here. A big hit by Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to come up with a puck. It'll
shoot!
Kane with a shot, and it almost bleeds through. And
fuck, that was close.
Sit on that. An anxious moment here, a minute 12 in for the Florida netminder.
So how do you create some energy for your team, create some confidence? You get out and you get physical. You try to take the body early on. It's Corey Perry at the end of the shift. Just does a heck of a job of just forget about the puck, take the body, get your bench up, get everyone involved. Leon Draisaitl first shift. What does he do? Get in on the forecheck, knock down, and get a chance. And that for Evander Kane, Chris, he didn't have a shot on goal in the last 2 games, and here in his first shift, he almost scores.
Right off the face-off circle, that'd be nice.
Start for the Oilers. There's Kapanen back in the lineup. Back riding shotgun with Draisaitl. Matthew Tkachuk plays it out to Draisaitl back in his own zone. The point leader in this series with 8. And now on a personal best, 33 points for the postseason. One shot goes weak and wide. It'll bounce out in front to Sam Bennett, the playoff leader in goals. Through center. Here comes Bennett over the line. And the Tkachuk shot goes high.
Okay, chat, I may have heard the Florida fans doing the Olay chant, which there's no judgment. They have all the right to do that, but it's more common to hear that in a Canadian game. Like, it'd be more likely that to happen in Edmonton in this series than in Florida. Like, sure, Boston did that when they were facing off against the Maple Leafs like a couple of years back.
Turned into the corner by Bobrovsky. Henrik back after it. Wins a battle in the corner. Now Trent Frederick back to the line. Here's Jake Walden across. John Klingberg back in the lineup. Each shot goes wide, but Skinner on the puck for Edmonton. It'll be kicked back to the line again. Klingberg through traffic.
Fuck. That was close. Keep it in their zone. Ooh! Ooh, it just touched the blue line.
Slam back wide of the net. On the near side, kept in again by Walden.
Still not.
Skinner right on.
Oh my god.
Able to cover that, and once again, he looks.
And they'd be fighting against the boards.
Well, it really determined shift there to keep the puck alive 2 or 3 times and keep it in. And you know the importance for Chris Knobloch and his team. You just look at the numbers this series. I mean, that is just a dreadful stat as a head coach to look at. You're playing from behind against a team that's really hard to get anything going against, and here early on they've been buzzing in the offensive zone. They've been able to keep plays alive out of the corners, which is what you have to do. And here's the second one.
Oh my god, if Bobrovsky didn't clench his arm hard enough to stop the puck, that would have gotten in. Boy is fast as fuck.
They've been talking for 2 days how important the game's for
Keemstar, eat your heart out.
A 51-second shift in the offensive zone for the Oilers, and off the draw. Almost had control of it, knocked away from Yandor.
Oh.
And he flattens Tkachuk with a cold shoulder just inside the Florida line. Now sent deep by Bennett. Oilers have set the physical tone here in the early stages. There's Bennett trying to answer for the Panthers. Connor Brown can't lose.
Bruh.
Back to the line.
Edmonton.
Sends it across. Kulikov fires that. It back to the side of the net. Rodriguez reloads. Kulikov across for Schmidt. That would bounce through with a quick right leg by Skinner. Janmark on it. He'll play it across to Nurse. Up ahead, caught Colson. Kulikov closed quickly on him, and it'll come back into the Oilers zone. Florida now will start a change.
That's got to be a good feeling for Stuart Skinner. You know, so much of the focus is on him back in the net there. Gets his first touch and his first save of the game.
Oh.
Late offside, but the Panthers work it ahead, and Reinhart sends it in. Reinhart with hot and late for 6 points in his last 3. Here's Barkov behind the net. Verhaeghe along the boards, but it's taken away. Barkov trying to get it back. Ties up Evan Bouchard, but Ekholm helps out. Up ahead. Knocked down there was Nugent Hopkins. Evan Bouchard. It's stolen here. And loose is Reinhart. Scores!
Of course.
Reinhart kickstarts Florida again.
what a goal that is for Reinhardt. Kind of out of nothing, just a puck into the skates coming from Ekholm over to his partner, and then not able to handle it. But watch Reinhardt, does a great job to get it, and then inside, one quick move and up and over the glove, all in one motion. You think about the 2 goals Brad Marchand scored in Game 5, very similar to that. Jumping around a defender, keeping your legs moving, and you can see Skinner was thinking going 5-hole. Reinhardt, as he's falling, puts it up and over and gets this crowd.
Whoever was in Reinhardt's right could have at least swatted the puck out, but he didn't make it.
The first goal goes to Florida. That'll be gloved and held by Skinner. Now 5 consecutive games with the icebreaker for the Panthers.
And Reinhardt has just continued to get better as this series has gone along. He had gone no goals in 5 games, and now all of a sudden just continues to make plays. And it's sloppy play, sloppy passing, and then a little bit trouble defending, and that's one that the top defense.
I already know where this game is going. I know. I really. Fuck's sake.
Goes up and over the glove of Stuart Skinner.
There's another chance by Lundell off a face-off in the Edmonton zone. Skinner's got that.
Now this team has really hung themselves on adversity and being able to overcome it. Here they go again for the 5th straight game in this Stanley Cup final, finding themselves down. The first period has just been a landmine of trouble for them. 12-4 now in this series. The Florida Panthers have outscored the Oilers. And now again, they're fighting from behind. Key there is don't allow another one to happen quickly. You got to reset and get back into the game.
Nosek wins the draw. That one fired off the inboard.
Holy shit. That was close.
Around it goes to the far side. Seth Jones sends it back in. Nosek battling. Here's Nicola with that reach to play it in further, but now Edmonton looks up ice. Kulak, and Kulak trying to get into the zone. It's taken away by Nosek. Now a lead feed, and it's A.J. Greer. Nurse closed quickly on him. Skinner back as well. And now the Oilers off the boards and out to center. Kapanen can't find it, and it rolls past him into the Panther zone. Bennett with a pass, turned over here. Kapanen for Klingberg. He couldn't get it deep, and now Schmidt up by Bennett, and the Oilers regain possession. Initially, they ruled the Reinhardt shot was the first on Skinner, but he had made a save prior to that. And now the shots were reflected. They're even at 4 apiece. But Reinhardt with the first to hit the back of the net. Wallman sends it around. Nick Smith counted there. Kapanen trying to come up with it in the corner. Keane on the scene. Puck comes loose. Kulikov tied up by Nugent Hopkins. And out comes Reinhardt once again.
Again.
swinging wide against Wallman. Barkov follows up. Reinhardt named yesterday as one of the first 6 for the Canadian Olympic team. Verhaeghe on it. Here's Carter Verhaeghe as Reinhardt spilled. Ekblad shot. That blocked en route. It goes off Wallman, who limps to the bench. Back in comes Florida. Here's Verhaeghe sending it wide. Marchand unable to handle that, and an outlet from Draisaitl. Away goes McDavid. Trying to split to the fence, and Bobrovsky sends that away. Knocked back into the corner. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Perry load up early here. Trying to get that first goal back. A lead feed too far for Marchand. Icing against Florida.
Boy, what a chance it was for the 4th line of the Florida Panthers to try to pile on. They don't get a lot of ice time, usually around the 7 or 8 minute mark, and here's just a glorious chance. Can't get it up and over Stuart Skinner. Able to make a really important save here early to try to settle things down. And
yeah, the thing with Stuart Skinner, like, what's with those games that he just like gave up so many goals where he had to be swapped for Calvin Pickard, which, by the way, is he really from my city?
Back in their own zone. The 14th Florida goal. off a turnover off 10 seconds.
I'll get to find out during the commercial break.
In this Stanley Cup final. And Sam Reinhart with the opening goal of Game 6. And it was a beauty.
Alright, well, can the timing be any more fucking perfect? Holy shit! Calvin Pickers from my city. Wow. Nice. He's been juggled around a lot. Holy. Played with Seattle in the Junior League. Lake Erie, Colorado, San Antonio, back to Colorado, Toronto Marlies. He did play with the Maple Leafs. Once. One game. Whopping one game. Arizona Coyotes, Tucson Roadrunners, Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Red Wings, the Austrian team, of all things. Back to Detroit, back to Grand Rapids, Detroit Grand Rapids, Bakersfield Condors, Edmonton Oilers, back to Bakersfield. Yeah. Boy, he's been around.
Of game 2, now you got 56 seconds in to the next game. Another one on a power play. It's Kachuk lighting the lamp again first. And then this last game, just a beauty by Brad Marchand midway through that first period. And it's Sam Reinhart who does it again, 4:36. And you know, Leon Draisaitl was saying at the press conference the other day that they really felt they had a good start to most of these games. Then it kind of dropped off a bit. Well, very much the same. Some good chances early, some good pressure and energy, and now again.
Just hoping that Edmonton doesn't fuck up. So bad. That way they can turn the lead.
Had appeared to be a decent start prior to that. There it goes. Flying into the inboards. Out of battle, they get even 4 times. The opening goal in this series has been scored in the opening 5 minutes. Skinner had almost a miscue there. Miscommunication behind the net. It's turned over here now for Higgy up with it.
Come on, get it out of there.
Back to the line, Seth Jones looks for a shooting lane, fires wide. Up ahead, Connor Brown. That bounces past Mikola and out to center. Brown with a steal there. Flips it into the middle. Trying to get you up to that was Kulak.
Whole ass.
Loose for Renan. But Colson got back in a hurry. He'll wind it up. Full throttle for Bud Colson as he sends it in. Bobrovsky plays it around. Janmark's there. Matthias Janmark looking for Brown and knocked to the line, not out. And Schmidt after it there for Florida. Tied up, he turns it over for Janmark. He couldn't get it back to the point. And swinging at that, Kachuk to make sure it does get out. Fired back in by Nurse. Lay the head pass, Listerine, and that will be icing Florida.
You're an elite talent. You can visualize greatness because you're built different. Get a full view of your business all in one place with Intuit QuickBooks.
Maybe I should have muted that.
Been the story of this series. How about a missed one there? I mean, the Oilers would say they're the ones that have been getting
the refs have missed a high stick.
Colson using his speed did a good job, and
bro
gets it right off the visor, but no arm went up.
Especially high sticking calls. And
See, chat, I was right. Gary Bettman is rigging this against Edmonton. Well, I put Canada in the title, but you know what I mean. Running out of space for the title.
After the quick load up with the big guns. John Klingberg fires it around. June Hopkins on the puck, returns it to Klingberg. He'll give it to Wallman, shooting, that went wide. And a hot ricochet off the end boards as Keane gets involved.
There's a little scrum going on.
Involved as well.
This fucking music they got going on in there, what the fuck?
Well, early in this series, first game especially,
there's gonna be some roughing calls.
By the second and third, there was
I can smell it.
You just know the importance now, and one little stick in there is what the reaction gets as Kane tries to get in and chip that one free. There's been a lot of pointing on the ice here. I think we're going to have some 4-on-4 as it looks like both guys, Kane and Bennett, are going to be going to the box.
Edmonton 91 minor penalty for slashing. Florida 9 minor penalty for roughing. 4-on-4.
Johnny Bear, Chris Rooney are the referees for Game 6. Devin Berg and Ryan Gibbons on the line, so a little more room on the ice for Connor McDavid.
Well, you know what the matchup's going to be. You've got Reinhardt and Barkov, the Selke winner and the runner-up, and a steady stream of Gustav Forsling and Aaron Ekblad. That's been Paul Maurice's go-to guys.
Off the draw, Ekblad jumps on it. Up off Draisaitl, the Oilers regain possession as Wallman kicks it back. Now Bouchard ahead.
Connor McDavid. Let's see that McDavid magic.
Wide on Forsling, but Forsling with the check. And he has been so reliable in this series. Back it goes to the line. Bouchard across. Here's Draisaitl. Bouchard fired.
Ah, off the pad.
Off Bobrovsky. Evan Bouchard testing Bobrovsky, and now Draisaitl to work. Back into the Florida zone. Curls up high, looks across. Here comes a shot, and Bobrovsky top of the crease with a save off Kulak.
And again, a solid Bobrovsky has kind of settled the Florida Panthers down. Two really good chances, and Bobrovsky able to shut the door.
Now Nugent Hopkins comes on with Connor Brown. Marchand upended at center. Following up, it's Lundell. Lundell to the line. Marchand after it there against Brown. Along the boards.
I don't know if that would count as a tripping call. Panthers fans really want it to be called as a tripping, but like the Oilers guy, I didn't pay attention who it was. But he fell too, so it just so happened that they made contact.
Klingberg back in his own zone. John Klingberg returning to the lineup after missing the last two as a healthy scratch. 15 seconds left, 4-on-4. For Hagee and Schmidt. Now Rodriguez turns it back. And it's flipped across for Henry.
Oh, this is good. I like what I'm seeing.
This will be icing against the Panthers.
Well, a little extra open ice with the 4-on-4 hockey creates two good chances for the Oilers in trying to get the tying goal here. Evan Bouchard with the bomb down low. And again, we've talked all series long how proficient Bobrovsky's been low. That one almost snuck underneath the arm. He has been beaten there more, either just above the pad and below the glove. And you know, if you get that chance in tight, typically you have to go high to try to beat Bobrovsky.
Draisaitl face-off win. Ekholm puts it on goal. Perry tied up as he battles against Mikkola. Along the end boards, it's McDavid too. Draisaitl scoops it back to Bouchard. Bouchard with a move on Bennett. Sliding through on the backhand, and that's blocked in front on a sliding play by Kulikov. McDavid had it knocked off his stick, and Florida plays it out to center.
Bruh. Bruh. Thank God it was a miss.
Evan Bouchard looks ahead. Fired across towards
I need to put my mic closer.
He'll knock it through. Here's McDavid to the net and a great stick by Bobrovsky. Knocking it off, McDavid's stick in front. So the veteran netminder has looked sharp so far for Florida. Oilers with a 9-5 shot advantage. Markov looking for the puck. There's Matthew Tkachuk back to the line. There's a shot, hit a stick, and goes out of play.
Well, with elimination on the line, there's nothing to save it for, and Chris Knobloch has had his top players out there plenty. A great aggressive move to the front of the net there. Bobrovsky with the poke check, no play at the net.
I should get my liquids. I'm thirsty. Hold up. I'll be right back. Oh, did I not turn off my microphone? What the fuck? Bruh. Attempting the scariest thing ever. Putting liquids near my computer. Very risky. I think my drink has been watered down. Yeah, and sort of cardboard tasting. And we're back.
There's a couple great individual efforts. An outside-inside move by Marchand to get a great goal off of the face-off. Another one from the outside, dancing the defender and getting inside. And then tonight again, a little bit of a turnover at the line, and it's Sam Reinhart going from the outside, puts the puck to the inside, and that's the game's first goal.
Reinhart, who scored the last goal of last season's Stanley Cup final, the game winner, Game 7, a 2-1 Panther victory. That goal, by the way, the 90th for Florida in the playoffs, the most since the 1993 Kings had 93 goals.
Bruh, why didn't you keep it in their zone? Like, bruh, you could have scored. Like, Edmonton, please. Edmonton, please. No fucking way, dude.
And now Colson sends it back in behind the Florida net. Nate Schmidt with 6:06 to go here in the first period. Out at center, a pass picked off by Woolman.
No offside, that's nice. Until the Panthers took it out. What the fuck are they doing, by the way?
On Saturday, a chance in front, and confident shot. Blocked by Kulikov. Back to the line.
They're trying to keep it out of their zone, the Panthers. Oh, that could have been nice if it got in. Yeah, Panthers are keeping it out of their zone, and they're just like flopping all over the place. Like, this is a very stupid way of winning the Stanley Cup.
Change underway, and all the idols till they're ready to go. And here's Corey Perry sending it back in, and now Draisaitl trying to retrieve the puck in behind the net. It comes to Perry. They'll hand it to Draisaitl at the line. Bouchard and across. Ekholm banks it in for McDavid behind the net. Trying to get it to Draisaitl. To the line, not out.
Keep it in their zone. Let's go.
McDavid along the boards. And finally Florida able to work it ahead for Higgy. Sends it down into Edmonton Ice. Bennett trying to duck a check. Comes back to Bennett, sidesteps, one in front.
Oh, nice save.
And a rebound, knocked in front. Stuart Skinner with a big save off Bennett. Another chance coming. Bennett across, and that hit an Oiler, and Edmonton escapes. Back the other way comes McDavid. Over the line, drops for Perry, shooting it.
Do it again. You might get it.
Onto the scene comes Skinner. Comes up with it. Back to Kulak at the line. And across, Rick wide. Skinner sent it wide of the net. Matthew Tkachuk played the ricochet, and that ends up into the Florida bench and out of play.
Well, Stuart Skinner with a couple of big plays here. Cut to the inside. Bennett, who's been red hot off the pad and out. You know the next one is big. Bennett thought he had his chance. Overpassed here. No chance on goal.
Macarena. I swear if I finish the stream and I get a copyright block for Macarena, the song, just for singing it, bruh, YouTube be killing karaoke. Like, you know these VTubers that does like karaoke streams? I've never seen like regular like streamers do it. I don't doubt it though. I just haven't seen them do it. Only VTubers.
Brooks Koepka is here as well. There's Paulina, Wayne's daughter. Sir Charles, Kyle Bukowskis' close personal friend. There's DJ Dustin Johnson and Brady Tkachuk, who is here with his dad. So many people in attendance to see if something is handed out to Florida or whether it's going back to Alberta.
It better go back to Alberta or else I'll be very upset.
Florida crowd so far in this series.
Bro, I'd be lacking in my friend's server? What the hell?
Edmonton line. She's still on the lookout in case Taylor Swift shows up late. Henrique deflects that into Florida ice. Jones turns it back to his partner Mikula. They get it to the line. Rodriguez lost his stick, but able to work that out. Sent back in, and Forsling back to retrieve. Under 3.5 to go here in the first period on the move, Listerinen, who had an empty net goal to wrap things up on Saturday. A centering pass in front of Nugent Hopkins.
That was really close. I didn't have fucking time to react. Like, shit was happening so fast in that zone.
Hand pass will hold play.
Sometimes it pays to be a bad fan. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction.
You mentioned it, Nugent Hopkins doing a nice job. You know, now the responsibility, if Chris Knobloch is going to stay with Draisaitl, McDavid, can he get a line going? I found it interesting. After the commercial break, he went back with the Henrique line in an offensive zone faceoff. They'd had a couple of good shifts, and that's really what the Edmonton Oilers need, is a little bit of depth. It can't be just one line and then wait 3 rotations to get something going. Everybody's got to start getting some momentum.
Oh, nice save from Skinner. They missed the shot this time.
Couple more close calls for Florida. Schmidt sends it back in.
Bruh.
Attempt went off the back of Janmark. They'll try it again. And now work it ahead. Klingberg gets rid of it to the line off the stick of Janmark, deflecting it deep.
Stay out the way, ref.
Behind the net, Connor Brown. Trying to work that back, but not enough on it to get to Bouchard. And then it gets bounced down the ice. An icing call against Florida.
Well, in the same vein for Paul Maurice, I mentioned how little that fourth line plays. Well, here, twice now in the first period, they've had grade A chances right at the net, coming through the middle, a bouncing puck, and Greer does a nice job of getting to it, but not just one shot, gets the rebound as well. And then Kulikov, this shot through, just barely missed on that right side. That'll get Paul Maurice to get that fourth line a little bit more, keep everybody's ice time down a little bit.
Gadjevich had that first fourth line chance. He did not play at all in the postseason last year. And A.J. Greer in his first Stanley Cup final with a chance on the last shift. There's Reinhart. Now the sixth Panther up to 20 points in the playoffs. Tied for the most in a single playoff year with the 83 Islanders and the 85 Oilers. We both had 6 20-point men. Reinhart back in. That shot disrupted by Kulak. Nurse trying to turn away from Verhaeghe. Keane with Jones on his back. Kept in at the line and flipped down for Verhaeghe. Played it back. And was Mikkola keep it in?
Bro, get out of the fucking way.
That's off Skinner. And Marchand after it now. Verhaeghe beats the point. Seth Jones.
These referees are paid to be literal dumbasses.
The pass across for Marchand. That got by him and out. As Barkov was looking for Marchand. Going to the net. What a move by Lundell. And he fired that off target. Chance for Lundell, and now Draisaitl gets past Ekblad in the final minute of this first period. Bouchard steps up. Can't get
I have a feeling Edmonton can turn this around. I have a feeling, chat. Really do. Never mind. I see what it's like.
Another last-minute first-period goal, and the Tkachuk family celebrates.
But puck management again. A turnover at the offensive blue line. Now you've got numbers coming back the other way. Far too easy to gain the line. A little hesitation that draws two Edmonton Oilers to him. Versterainen does a great job of bringing the traffic to him, and then in front. Perfect position there. By
oh my God.
Much of a chance, as Skinner never really saw that one coming through. It's puck management early on that Chris Knobloch has talked so much and how important it is. And the game's first goal was a miscue inside the defensive zone, that one at the offensive zone, and you could see off the glove, great positioning there by Lundell in front of Stuart Skinner. And every coach will tell you the early goal in the first minute or the late goal in the last just seemed to have a little bit more impact on the game.
Now the 8th goal of the playoffs for Tkachuk is third in the final, and Paul Maurice has been talking about how he has ramped up his game, skating better in the last 3 or 4 games than at any time in this postseason. So now it's 9-0 first period Florida in the last 4 games. And a 6th straight game in which the Oilers have allowed at least 2 goals in the opening period. That's the most in Stanley Cup final history. So the clock drains on a period that had its good moments for the Oilers, but all they'll remember is a Reinhart goal early and a Tkachuk goal late. Tkachuk for Luostarinen and Lundell at 19-13 punctuates the opening period. And the Panthers, with the series lead, have a 2-0 advantage in game number 6. Ron Jen Kelly, Kevin, David Elliott coming up in our first intermission from Sunrise.
All right, cool. That was the first period. I don't want to click on main scene and it just like shows ads. Okay, good. I can change this. God damn it. There you go. All right, we go back into this. Bruh, mic was muted. Let's take a proper look at the controls. And how did I map this? Input. Okay, so follow the Nintendo controls. Follow the Nintendo controls. So pass. Wait. Face off. Pass. Check speed burst. Pass, shoot. Dump the puck. What are these fake scores in the bottom? 4-2 LA Washington. 4-2 Islanders in San Jose. 6-2 Anaheim Boston. Final. 4-2 Vancouver St. Louis. 8-5 Tampa Bay Quebec. 2-1 Ottawa, Philadelphia. Okay. So basically, pass in Nintendo controls as I try to translate as they swap the fucking thing. So just pass with B, shoot with A, forget everything else. I'm not playing the goalkeeper, and I'm not switching lines myself. All of this shit is automatic. Bruh. Bruh. Are you fucking kidding me? Offside. Pretty sure I had the chance here. I just really suck at this. Also, icing call. Or not. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought I was skipping this, but I was... Oh my god. A really wide one-timer. And if that would have gotten in, damn, son. Damn, sonny. Fucking move. And that is icing. Did I just shoot the fucker in the face? Oh, Jesus. I have no idea what the fuck was that about. Trying to shoot towards the Florida net. Okay, those are just replays. Nothing to worry about, my friends. Pepsi with a hint of cardboard. And watered down, no less. See, now that's quality. Oh shit. Yo. Scoreless game. Yes! Klima. Can we see that replay? That was so nice. That was so cool. That was so cool. Can we see that again? I want to see that again. Okay, controls here. Bro. Watch this, chat. That was so dope. Holy. I thought I could do it like twice in a row. Hey. Oh no. Oh no. Move, sucker. Bruh. Bruh. Three minute. Why should I wait if I'm not making any fucking changes? I've made it automatic for a fucking reason. This game is way too quiet, man. Could have had something cool. Haul ass boy. Ooh. What the fuck, man? Don't make me do this. There you go. I really pressed it. It did not go anywhere. Eat dick. Yeah, that was stupid. I wasn't trying to score on my own net. That kind of stuff. Oh, are we back? Oh, it's perfect timing. Gotta love perfect timing. Gotta love. Okay, where is game time? I think second period's coming up. And not long. I bet. Stats after 20. No stats after 20. I don't want to unmute and it goes back to commercials. That'd be stupid. Nope. Wait. Also, how come did I miss that someone was playing with a beach ball and it landed on the ice? I totally fucking missed that. Hey, since it's still an intermission, let me do this real quick, chat. Browser. I can close this. VLC. Well, not that I really need it, but it's there. My Discord. Okay, we're not back yet. Hold on. Can I, Okay. Cool, cool. Cool beans. There you go. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're back.
It's competitive action in Northern Super
Oh
League,
boy.
Nations League, and Grand Slam track. Don't miss the excitement. Watch free on CBC Gym. Stats after 20, brought to you by Rogers, Canada's home of hockey. And the Edmonton Oilers stats that continue to linger throughout this playoff, and in particular Stanley Cup Finals. The fact they trail 2-0, even though, as mentioned by the panel and Craig and Chris, the Oilers did get off to a strong start in this hockey game, and that included a first shift hit on the part of Corey Perry, who continues to play much younger than his 40 years of age would suggest, and he is a winner, having won the Stanley Cup not long after he was drafted by the Anaheim Ducks. It's been a wonderful run for him in Stanley Cup Finals, but he is hoping that it finishes with the Stanley Cup. 237th career playoff game tonight. Craig and Chris is really hoping he can help push his team to career game 238 in the postseason Friday night for him in Edmonton.
Third highest among skaters in Stanley Cup playoff history and games played, and the only Oiler with more than one shot in the opening period.
All right, puck drop. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Come back like they did in game number 4 here. They fell behind 3-0, only to erase that lead, score 4 in a row, and end up winning in overtime. But desperate times here. How about 4 in the first period? 6 goals against Tampa, 5 against Toronto, 6 against Carolina, 13 against Edmonton. A huge difference in why they might be 2 periods away from a Stanley Cup.
Well, once again, even up by 2, you know the message from Paul Maurice had to be more aggressive. That first shift, the forecheck was there, the pinching down by the defense, something they did not do in game 4. Looks here early on like he'll be having them focused on not repeating that issue that they had then.
And Rodriguez sending it around. Barkov on the far side, and Reinhardt follows up. Bumped there by Nugent Hopkins. It comes free, and the Oilers on it as it comes out to center. Kapanen blows a tire. They feed it across, and it'll be fired in deep by Kulikov. Barkov on the far side. He's taken down by Klingberg. Fans react. Officials do not. We went through the first period without.
It wasn't really much of a trip.
1 4-on-4 situation.
Like they were, like 2 players were bumping and like one fell backwards.
Gets it back. Reinhardt ahead.
If we could get a replay on that,
flipped in by Verhaeghe, who led the
I'm sure that's what happened.
next time in that opening period at 7:48. Matthias Ekholm Bouchard onto the right side. Here's Perry. Ekholm around on the near side, up against Ekblad. Bouchard from the corner, trying to turn away from Marchand. Ekholm at the line, all the way around to Draisaitl. Ekblad there defensively. Draisaitl got it to McDavid.
Come on.
Got Perry in front.
Go. Oh, fuck.
Pass across as it was blocked by Bobrovsky.
Just lost control at the last second. You know, interesting strategically here for Chris Knobloch. McDavid's line was third up to start this second period. You know that you don't have that last change. The effort of Forsling right here gets the stick down. That just disrupts McDavid's stick enough that he loses control, or he's got on the back door there Corey Perry for a tap in.
Connor McDavid should have like just passed it to Corey Perry. It'd be a nice one-timer. Oh my God, that almost went in. That almost went in.
The Panthers escape, but Draisaitl kicking it further for Perry. Trying to center it. McDavid crashing in there, but Florida will take it away and dump it out to center ice. Back in comes McDavid. 2 up.
Oh.
Perry in front.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh, he fucking missed. Stop it.
And off Ekholm and out. Bobrovsky with his biggest save so far.
Well, it's a couple of good chances. Right off the draw initially, curl back, just trying to get it to the front. Look at the box out by Forsling. Doesn't allow McDavid to get his stick on the ice. Now a turnover in the neutral zone. A great play by Draisaitl. But watch this again. Forsling forces McDavid to take a different angle. Just reaching out enough that it doesn't allow Perry to reach forward and get good connection on that shot. Gustav Forsling, he's been a tough guy to get around, and there's a couple of examples there. Close, but not quite.
Now the fourth line comes out for Florida. A.J. Greer off the back of the net. Look at Greer twisting and turning. Back to the line. Mikkola sent it around behind the net. Graduates unable to corral that, but now he's got it on the pass from Jones. Back up top, Mikkola. Fourth line hemming the Oilers in their own zone, and now Nursel take it away. Off the boards and out, Connor Brown's got Henrique. And here's Henrique setting it right on, and that sticks to Bobrovsky. Well, a new NBA documentary explores how a change in policy made Canada into a global basketball powerhouse. Watch Inbound for free on CBC Gem.
Well, right now, if you're Edmonton, you just got to keep that positive energy on your bench. You can't get thinking too far ahead, but the next shift. Try to build off of some shifts, get this Florida team back on their heels a bit. That's been really the challenge. When Florida is on top of their game, they're usually dumping it into your zone and putting pressure on your D and not allowing you to make those kind of clear passes to get your offensive game going.
Well, there's been a good road team this year in the postseason, winning 7 of their last 9. After dropping their first 2 in Los Angeles to start the playoffs. Here's Rodriguez putting it on, and the rebound cleared away by Wallman. Nate Schmidt back. Up ahead, Rodriguez. Sam Bennett's got the puck. Bennett in with a move, trying to get to the net. The wraparound try.
Holy shit.
Schmidt's got it, and that's turned away by Skinner. Sperry Kapanen on the puck. Bennett takes it back again. Feeds the point. Change is underway here as Florida deep in the Oilers zone. But worked ahead now, and Kapanen's going to carry it out to center. Gets to the red line, gets the change as he fires it in on Bobrovsky. Evander Kane unable to control that. Jones will swing it around the boards. Ekholm steps up on Reinhart, but he's able to loft that out. Reinhart just outside his own line. A couple of Oilers surrounding him, and it comes loose for Bouchard. Fires that onto the tape for Draisaitl. Trying to cut in. Drops it back to Ekholm. Now Bouchard. Slap pass, and that's out of the reach of Draisaitl. Skinner tied up
Bruh, 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 bruh. Just shoot the fucking net, man.
The dismay of Jeff Skinner.
Well, Chris Knobloch trying to get a little bit
more
up there with McDavid and Draisaitl putting Skinner for that one shift. Almost paid off with a good effort behind the net.
There's McDavid knocking it loose for Draisaitl. Back to McDavid. Back around it goes Kulak. Off the boards, right on.
Oh.
Chipped away by Bobrovsky. With puck pulls him on the doorstep.
Bruh, bruh.
Holy
shit, Stuart. To Skinner. Skinner!
Down into the Florida zone. Marchand bumped off the puck. It'll come loose for Brown. Back to the line. Nurse. And that came out. Offside call.
Well, how about the confidence and creativity of Sam Bennett? He's having himself a heck of a Stanley Cup final all the way through. Tries the wraparound on that side. Skinner makes not only the one save, but then another. This is going to be a tight battle. That next goal is so important for both.
What is a Strife stream without having to play with the fucking pop filter? You know. If only I got to hear what that ad was going for. Not that I want to watch the ads. I have muted it because I'm not getting paid by some ads. Well, not some. I'm not getting paid by anyone. Not Sportsnet, not directly from the people who are putting the commercials on TV. We got Vikings. We got Vikings in
50.
In Miami right now.
The 50-50 jackpot here, 143,000. So Edmonton a huge lead in that department.
Oh, what? Offside.
Call.
Breh.
Frederick.
Breh.
Inside the line.
Again, a little bit of juggling for Chris Knobloch. I mentioned Skinner getting that one shift up with the top guys. Now he's right back with Henrique and Frederick. And in the first period, I thought that was a pretty effective line, too. They need to get something out of this line. Give this team a little bit of a spark.
In his previous Stanley Cup Finals, Henrique has scored a pair of goals in each of his series. Here's Skinner behind the net looking for his first of this Stanley Cup final. Rodriguez trying to clear.
Edmonton really needs to win this game tonight, but I don't think that's happening right now.
But now Kachuk will flip it away. Bennett gets on the puck and he'll send it in. Florida starts to change. Rodriguez bounced off the puck by Frederick. Here's Kulak sending it in. Oilers change as McDavid checks back in. There's Mikula from the front of his net. A backhand pass ripped wide for Hagee. Looking to get it back to Reinhart. Now Barkov behind the Edmonton net. Trying to get away from the checking of Kulak. Into the slot.
Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Get it out!
By Draisaitl. Here's Barkov. Back to Forsling off the bench. Shooting. And gloved and held by Skinner.
So here's the challenge playing this Florida team. I mean, their puck control. They can
I need to move my soundboard from Twitch to YouTube. I didn't do that.
Now you're defending, and just the patience of Barkov gets the puck back. Good cycle down low, get to the open area, no panic as well. And best way of defending when you have a 2-0 lead is spending time in the offensive zone, and that's what this Florida team has feasted on throughout.
Feast on these nuts.
Enrique on the draw for the Oilers in his own zone against Anton Lundell, who wins that face-off. Listerine behind the net. Lundell bounce there on a hit by Bouchard. Back around for Forsling. Watch by Kapanen. There's Marchand from the corner. Enveloped there by Wollman, and it's played ahead. Kapanen can't reach that. Listerine hooks it back to Marchand.
Bruh.
In they come.
No. Oh. Holy shit, what a save.
This third line's been a real difference maker for Florida. Lundell, Listerine, and Marchand.
We're heading over to the good side.
Forsling starting back. Aaron Ekblad up off Kachuk. Klingberg on the tape, and here's McDavid. Works it across.
McDavid, let's go.
Not too far for Ekholm, and behind Perry. And now Sam Bennett redlining in for the Panthers.
Sam Bennett, the soccer player.
Kachuk along the boards. Gets knocked down by Perry. And he'll end up on top of the puck, and play is stopped.
Well, Marchand does a nice little chip pass and a curl back by Lundell, and throwing it to the net. No, you've got a body in there, as Lusterinen does a nice job of getting that. He's just in a little bit too tight, so Skinner making sure that 5 holes closed. He gets a good help from his center iceman there to clear the front. And you mentioned there's the production from down in your lineup that's really been the difference maker. You think of how good Brad Marchand has been throughout this Stanley Cup final and right through the playoffs. That trio looks like they've been playing together a lot more than, what, 35 games together?
Listerine now up to 19 points. Lundell has 18.
Oh.
Potential, 2 more potential 20-point guys in the Florida lineup. One swung in on the backhand by Mikkola.
I see the referee with the hand up. It's probably offside. Unless.
Because they're so sound defensively, and yet their production matches the other.
Come on.
Top lines.
Keep it in that zone. God damn it.
Just outside the line, and it'll get drifted in right on goal by Kulak.
Oh shit. Didn't know Brett Kulak fucking shot it.
Oiler line, and Klingberg back there. Moves it quickly, Nugent Hopkins. Here's Frederick. Back to Nugent Hopkins.
Ooh! Oh my god.
With a tough stop. And Jeff Skinner's been around it so far tonight.
Well, he's had legs. He's had energy.
My name Jeff Skinner.
And he does a great job of just following this play across, diving to the hole there, and that quick release. Almost listening to it loud, I thought it might have hit a bit of the post, as Nugent Hopkins does a great job to keep it alive. And there's
oh
another
my
one for
god,
Bobrovsky,
dude.
just squeezing those arms, trying to make sure that one didn't sneak through. And it's clear that Chris Knobloch has liked the game of Jeff Skinner as well, as he's getting a lot more ice time early on here. And
we need to score 3 goals. They're doing the same thing as the other watch along we did. They were playing in Miami. It starts with everybody dance now, but then it quickly transitions to everybody clap your hands. No! Oh my god.
Schmidt was on the doorstep, and he gets ushered away from the front of the Oiler net.
Oh, I thought Schmidt knocked that out of midair too for that second rebound, and you know, you're putting so much pressure, it creates a 3-on-2 Here's a little bit better coverage as everybody is taken off, but yeah, on that rebound, Schmidt ends up getting that one out of midair, gets it right back towards Stuart Skinner. He's able to hold on there as, again, even up by 2, not afraid to jump up and join the rush of the Florida defense.
Nate Schmidt, one of the few in the Florida lineup, looking for his first Stanley Cup victory. And Marco bounce it in. Forsling will play it back out. Darnell Nurse with A.J. Greer and slipstream up ahead. Janmark taken away by Gadjevich. Janmark trying to get it back. Forsling across. Chopped the depth and it bounces down into the corner. Fired around by Pud Colson. It's going to slide down the ice, but not enough for an icing call. Kulikov with Janmark there, trying to tie him up. Gadjevich helped out. And the former Whitby Warrior plays it back inside the Edmonton line. That fired in, and no icing on the play. Schmidt
The chase is on. Oh, get it. Come on. Yes. I like this.
Sends that wide. Ekholm steps up, knocked it away.
Okay.
But pulls it around. On comes Draisaitl.
Okay.
For Bouchard. Flipped it to the net. And it sticks to Bobrovsky with Podkolzin. A flyby in front, and he gets taken away from the front of the Florida net by Kulikov. So the Oilers pushing here. 9:04 remaining in the second period. 2-0 Panthers.
I need a refill of my liquid, so I'll be right back. Yay! Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? We are back though. Failed face-off, I believe.
And take advantage of it. They almost had the opportunity now. And
Should have my
here
headset
you
on
want
before
your
I
big guys
unmute
out
it.
there, but look at the back end again. Forsling and Ekblad out there against the top guys.
Markov won that
E.
draw. Oilers have won 17 of 30.
Yeah, guys, go. What's this game? Like, bruh. You seen these scores?
Close at the line, but now Florida.
Yeah.
And Reinhardt taps it down in behind the Oiler net. Up off Perry and McDavid.
Oh, McDavid.
Bobrovsky has to play it away with McDavid lurking behind everybody at the Florida line.
Ekblad got just a little tug on him to slow him down, to not allow him to get busting through and maybe taking advantage of that.
Bouchard on the right side. That's off Perry. Ryzen was after behind the net against Forsling. McDavid in support.
Oh, yes. Ekholm.
Bouchard trades spots.
Bouchard.
Wide of the net. Bobrovsky was moving on that play. But the puck didn't hit the target. And back the other way comes Reinhardt. He'll look rink wide. Gustav Forsling shot is off McDavid. Here's Barkov. Centering it. A good stick there by Skinner, who gloves down.
You know what I just realized, chat? When there was the 4-on-4, that is holy fuck, holy copyright jump scare, holy fuck. Yeah, I just realized now. When it was 4-on-4, I should have put the thing for power play. But I don't have a thing for 4-on-4, 3-on-3, or like a combo, so I would have to flash like both, which, yeah, could have worked, but like, I only have this shit up for, it's only set up for like a one-man advantage.
Everything. CI is starting over with Heart, Hustle, and Humor, North of North, all episodes available for free.
Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
Face off. Florida takes it to the boards. Skips past Lundell. Klingberg. Roman didn't see it coming.
Oh my god. Edmonton.
Almost a break for Trick.
Oh my god. Florida fucked up.
Backhanding it back into Edmonton territory around the boards.
We could have taken advantage of that, but of course not. Of course not.
A recovery there for Lundell. Back across, and now Evan Rodriguez on the
Boy, I did not change this. It's
finally a whistle. Skinner thought he had it.
My god. Why am I so late on the time score? The time card.
You got Rodriguez right on the doorstep. Again,
yeah, I did not update this.
Just a quick shot to the front. Look at Skinner. He's not sure where it is. Lundell neither. And finally the whistle goes. I'm not sure. Did it pop underneath? Still don't see it. Yeah.
Where is the puck?
Got on Wallman's legs that he made the block, so he didn't want to make a movement to have that puck drop down there and create a scoring chance.
There's a Bennett face-off win and a shot blocked. Kulikov sends it in behind the net. Kachuk looking to retreat, but Kulak cuts it off and starts out. Up ahead off the stick to McDavid, back in Bennett. With Rodriguez going to the net, and he looked across for Kachuk. In behind the net, it's knocked away from Rodriguez. Kane can't come up with it. Bounces far corner, Rodriguez. Sam Bennett. Back to the line for Smith. Nice pass for Kachuk.
Boy.
Sent that wide off the inboards. Nurse up ahead and off the bench, Pete Kulikov. Bennett on the forecheck. Oilers trying to escape their zone. Kane on the second try, able to dump it out. Reinhardt back in his own end of the rink, and Kane knocked down that clearing attempt. Gives Ekblad a ride along the inboards. Ekholm seals the boards. Kulikov now with
absolute brawl in the corners.
And the puck played away.
That was a big play for Kulikov. Didn't ice the puck. You see, he sprinted to the bench there knowing that's a matchup that he can't have. He made a good play defensively and then rocketed himself to the bench to make sure you get the change.
And McDavid tried to play that ahead, but nobody there to help him out. There's a hit on the forecheck by Verhaeghe, but now had Colson across. Back ahead off put Colson deep into Florida. Ekblad up the boards, and it's played past.
And they be slamming.
Down, and Bouchard gonna win that race to get the icing call.
Yeah, he had good awareness there by Bouchard. He knew that Luostarinen was right there and might have been able to negate that icing. Not a big issue though for Florida, as you got players in that 45 to 57 seconds, but it's your top guys. It's a combination of your best defensive players, and you still got your best defensive pair.
Leon Draisaitl without a shot attempt in the game so far. With under 5.5 to go here in the second period of Game 6.
Come on.
Ekholm have a word before this face-off.
Well, and all this time basically takes
What
away
happened?
anybody from being exactly tired. I think they're making sure the right players are on, and now this is going to be a move. Yeah, you know what? Mission accomplished anything. Yep. If you're Marchand, he jumped on there and stayed there. Now you had Reinhardt had been a minute, Ekblad 57 seconds, Barkov 46, but now there's been about 35 seconds of rest.
Off the draw.
Oilers.
And chopped out by
Of course not.
Florida. Off the stick of Lusterinen. Will work in. Florida gets their change. Marchand back on. Will skeet around behind the net. Lundell trying to tie up McDavid. And now Draisaitl takes over. And unable to get loose. Checked there by Lundell. The guy they call Baby Barkov with another stout defensive play. That's too far for Ekholm. Ekholm intercepts that pass.
Marchand took the legs of Draisaitl. He went down awkwardly, landed on his head as he was going on.
Yeah, a little slow to get to the bench after that. Under 5 to go here.
Come on.
Period number 2. Skinner with a nice play to
Ooh.
over. It's woven in, and that shot blocked.
Shoot.
He's in front. Across the centering couch. Skinner tied up by Piccolo. Skinner battling along the end boards. Janmark in to try and pry it loose. And it's flipped away by Kachuk. Klingberg across for Jake Wallman. He'll dump it back in. Wide and out of play. Or into the glove, excuse me, Bobrovsky.
Yeah, I saw him catch it, like, bruh.
Here's a look at the block on the Wallman shot by Matthew Kachuk.
Fuck, that was so close, though. Next, they're going to do the face-off at the Florida zone. So hopefully, a scoring chance. Okay. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
Captain Connor McDavid and at times Leon Draisaitl aren't frustrated as the Oilers look for that.
I don't know if it was that aggressive in the show because I've never watched it. Probably because it only aired in America, I bet. And I watched Tourette's Guy on YouTube before. And like this one time he did a parody of Unsolved Mysteries. And it was like, Tonight on Unsolved Shit!
The Oilers 2 shots away with under 4 to go here in the second period. Bumped in by Nugent Hopkins. On a line with Keane and Kapanen. Don't want to belabor the point, but there's a Rodriguez pass in front, flipped away, but Chris Knobloch talked about putting McDavid and Draisaitl together is a lot easier when Zach Hyman's on the next line coming up with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But that is not possible in this Stanley Cup final.
No, and it's really been evident, hasn't it, in the last 2 games specifically. When Florida gets those lead and tightens things up, it's so hard to get that open ice.
Get it out, get it out, get it out.
Guy who can create it.
Come on.
Barkov around, there's Reinhardt in front, Barkov.
Oh my God, that almost got in.
Close call for the captain. Barkov looking for his first of the Stanley Cup final. Verhaeghe will come across here for Kulikov. Flipping it into the corner, Barkov. Watched there by Henrique. Now Verhaeghe sends that up on
Holy
the
fuck.
rebound in front, scores! Sam Reinhart doubles up. And the hole is now 3 goals.
I think this is GG. I think this is GG tonight.
Maybe saved the goal, but now just the patience of Reinhardt, throw it to an area. That's a rebound that you just can't make if you're Stuart Skinner. You got to try to control that, and then Barkov on the end slides it right across off the skates in tight, and Reinhardt started this night off with the game's first goal, and he's made it 3-0 off of a long shift in the offensive zone where that line was able to cycle and keep the play alive about 4 or 5 times.
Now 5 goals in the last 4 for Sam Reinhart.
We're gonna need a miracle if Edmonton's gonna win this.
Stanley Cup to a 4 Nations victory in February. Here's McDavid looking to get it back. The Oilers find themselves in another 3-0 hole here with just over 2 minutes remaining in the second.
Yeah, and the anxiousness just continues to grow, and the exhilaration you could tell from this fan base here. But this is Florida Panthers hockey, the end of a long shift, a couple of won battles along the boards, get to the inside at the front of the net, and it's Barkov, the captain, fakes the shot, freezes Skinner, and makes this a 3-goal game.
9th of the playoffs for Sam Reinhart. And now 30 career Stanley Cup playoff goals. And to this point, no answers on that Edmonton bid.
Yeah, and you remember the 3-goal comeback, and what Paul Maurice said was his team stopped playing. They weren't as aggressive. They weren't staying on top of the puck in the offensive zone. Well, that hasn't been the case here.
Come on, Edmonton.
Mark trying to dash in, but Bobrovsky covers that. And Mark draws a crowd after that.
Well, and this is where Florida does their thing as well. You could see Tkachuk's chirping, try to get somebody to take a shot, maybe try to get an Oiler who's frustrated to take a penalty, and that's something, it's hard to resist, but it's something you just can't get into right now if you're an Oiler. Don't fall into that trap of playing their game. You know, you're frustrated, you're behind again, and you want to take a shot at him, and that's exactly what he wants you to do. So you have to resist that temptation.
Barkov and Verhaeghe get the assists on that.
That's an icing.
Florida goal. Watch the true story of Princess Delta Dawn, the first Indigenous pro wrestler in Japan. Catch the documentary Delta Dawn for free on CBC Gem, Canada's home for streaming. Off the face-off win, Seth Jones off Bennett. Sliding down, but it hit Bennett on the Florida side of center, icing
no mistakes left for Stuart Skinner. And quite frankly, I'm sure Kelly Rudy would say, this is one all day. You got to control that. Look at this. There's no problem if you just absorb that into your body. And it just looked like he wasn't aware of where the threat was, couldn't quite get a hold of it, and Barkov made him pay.
They scored 3 on 17 shots against Skinner in Game 4. They have 3 on 18 shots here tonight. There's Draisaitl back in, tried to drop it, and McDavid all tied up by Rodriguez.
That's been the night, hasn't it? Draisaitl draws 2 guys to him, so he has no open ice. McDavid's trying to curl across. Rodriguez has him tied up. There just hasn't been any open space for them to be creative with the puck.
Well, they say they're at their best when their backs are against the wall. They are firmly against the wall now. Final minute, second period.
Chat, I think this is GG. I think this is GG.
Bouncing in deep, Kane behind the net. There is Barkov getting a stick on it. Came loose in front, but Reinhart there to take it away. Reinhart feeds it in. Verhaeghe, first man to it, back in front. Reinhart in too deep. Hurts behind the net, feeds back for Forsling. Back around to the near side, and Jones will step up. Intercept Jones. Far side. Around towards Jones, but the Oilers will send that the length of the ice. And an icing call, 15.7 left here in the second.
Well, that look says it all. Here's the play. You think an offensive, take a little bit of a tip. Rodriguez just stays with his man. McDavid unable to curl away and get any open ice. It's been the story of the game so far. It hasn't been a whole lot of positives from that top line. As you mentioned, Chris Knobloch put them together really early in the first period. Hasn't been able to take advantage of any of the matchups.
I thought camera broke for a second. Not mine, but like the broadcast.
Draisaitl and Lundell, who wins it back to Jones. Nicola makes sure it gets deep. Draisaitl on it, but the period's winding down. Lusterinen back in behind the net, and the fans will roar their approval. We're through 2. Game 6. Second straight period. The Oilers outshoot the Panthers 10-9, but it's the home side that enhances their lead. On the late
What dream, Tom Petty? What dream? What fucking dream, Tom Petty?
Of the night. Game 6 with the cup in the building. And the Panthers in control. Our second intermission with Ron McLean and company is upcoming.
That is ass. That is so fucking ass. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, no, let's not do game capture. Let's not do game capture. Let's not do game capture. Showing ads that are on TV that I'm not getting paid for? No. Nah. Window capture. Let's see here. Just adjusting a few things. Okay, now it's aligned up properly. And now maybe downsize it a wee bit. Don't want it too large. It'll interrupt the gameplay. All right, let's finally do the third period in the video game. Oh, yes! I tied that hole. I tied that hole. Yeah. That is offside, yes. Not really paying attention. Who went where and what? Now that's a weird one. Move, sucker. Not familiar with this song. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, that's just pizza time. Yo, what's good? Duck and illogical Canadian rate. Yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Playing some Genesis NHL in the middle of watching like a real game. The finals of the Stanley Cup. This game is too quiet. Duncan illogical Canadian raid, also big sheep, big sauce. Is that another guy or what? Just dropped a like and sub, thank you. Not sure what your NHL game is, but looks good. This is 94. And don't listen to everything Floby says. Alright. This one features Wayne Gretzky. Another offside. Where's my team when I need it? How many times, man? I just love the goofy nature of this song. Offsides all over the place. Did I say this was on the Genesis? No, this is the Super Nintendo. I'm stupid. I wanted to play the one on the Genesis. But my computer was reading the controls wrong, so I said, fuck it, it's gonna be on the Super Nintendo. Of course. Don't know what the speed burst button on the Super Nintendo. Almost had it. Okay, it's still intermission. Oh. Bill Lindsay is going in the not the net. The box. What are you doing? What? This was about to be called offside? Completely missed the puck, yes. This is what hockey is all about. Just miss everything. Two dudes humping the glass behind the net. Yes, sea shanties. Bruh. Dude. Bruh. Let's do the overtime. Let's do the overtime. Fuck it. Oh yes, pizza time. See, this is how I prefer playing the game. I always go up. Going down is my weakness. Move, sucker! Oh no! Dave Manson. Oh no, don't tell me we're back. Don't tell me we're back. No, I want to do overtime. A sentence that's never uttered by a sane person. What are you doing? Okay, no, it's still intermission. It was just showing replay footage. Bruh, sent over the bench. Do anything to get out of that lock. Chris Knobloch. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, that's it? That's a tie? All right, cool. That was okay. The game didn't bother, anyways. You know, back when the NHL used to count ties, which eventually they stopped. Thank God. Okay, well. This should read. Until I need to retype the thing to say something else. The third period. Let's just hope for another Oilers miracle where they're down 3-0 and tying it. That'd be the coolest thing we'd ever see. And to put in the history books, hockey history books. All right, stats after 40. We are back in the game.
Canada's home of hockey. You certainly can't say that the Oilers didn't put in every single possible effort in that second period of play to get their first goal of the hockey game, but despite that,
this might be
For
GG.
the icebreaker, as Chris Cuthbert would like to say, in order to put some kind of pressure on Paul Maurice, Matthew Tkachuk, the Florida Panthers. They do have a shot.
Chris Knobloch better like whip them good.
Game 6 of the Stanley Cup final.
In the record for most time leading in a final, the 87 Oilers, 250 minutes and 4 seconds. If Florida holds the lead through this third period, they will eclipse that mark. But the Oilers have 20 minutes to change the
Oh,
narrative,
that's right.
starting with McDavid, Draisaitl,
Fucking
Bouchard and Ekholm. Around it goes, and Verhaeghe jumps on that. Here's Carter Verhaeghe in behind the Edmonton net. Cycles it back towards Barkov. Tied up there by Bouchard. Ekholm trying to create a little space for Bouchard, and now Perry up ahead. A bouncing puck for Draisaitl. Through for McDavid. Back to Ekholm, and his stick got lifted. And up comes Barkov the other way into the shift. They might have had an odd man rush going back into the Edmonton zone. Flipped away to the Florida line. Mikkola, red line and in. Bouchard up the boards. Kapanen took a whack at it. Mikkola there. Now Evander Kane on the move. There's Kane swallowing through center. Kane to work. Kapanen along the boards. Puts it back. Jake Walman right on. Nugent Hopkins back to Walman.
That was close.
Or Klingberg for Walman. Sending it in behind the net. Klingberg advances. That puck high off the glove of Bobrovsky behind the net. Kapanen with the retrieval. Trying to spin away from Lundell. Fed back to the line. And unable to hold it.
But why leave their zone?
Walman back. Klingberg off his skate. Bennett working against him. This crowd anticipating another cup celebration. Matthew Tkachuk's away. Up ahead, Bennett. Sam Bennett over the line. 6 goals in the last 6 games for Bennett. Got it again. Centers. Rodriguez. Can't pull the trigger. And out comes Edmonton. Skinner looks across. After it goes Janmark. Bennett plays it around and waiting for it. There's Kulak. That went off Rodriguez wide. Ricochets out.
Well, no tentative start here for Florida either with the 3-goal lead, not sitting back, continuing to be aggressive and clinch. They've learned their lessons from the comeback before, and even we think last year losing games 4 through 6. They look like a much more aggressive and confident team here, trying to get this one to the finish line.
That's the difference from last year when they saw the 3-game lead evaporate. Paul Maurice said the pulse rate a lot lower this year in these big games. Forsling can't get it through. McDavid was trying to break in case Edmonton came up with it. Now they do, and now he'll break. And here he goes with Colson driving the lane. Dropped off. Draisaitl holds. Back in behind the net for
Connor McDavid. Why did you fuck it up?
Draisaitl spins it across. A pass for McDavid. Feeds it back to Ekholm. And the shot!
Oh!
Good
Almost
save.
in.
Top time by Bobrovsky. Bouchard. McDavid. And his shot ramps off the stick high. And they still have yet to solve Sergei Bobrovsky.
Body Armor hydration drink with electrolytes,
Bruh.
natural flavors,
Bruh. I'm not gonna pay for this. Boy, shut your bitch ass up.
Bobrovsky here in the rebound is there for the taking. Look at the box out in front, though. Perry can't get to the front of the net. Barkov's back in the slot. And, you know, once you finally do get some open ice, it's been very difficult to get inside and hunt down those rebounds when they're there.
Off the draw, Florida controls. Mikula and Jones trying to work it ahead. Mikula gets it down into the Oilers zone. Here's Marchand. One of 3 Panthers with at least 5 goals in the Stanley Cup final. The only other team to do that, the 1955 Detroit Red Wings. Got 6 from Alex Delvecchio, 5 from Gordie Howe, and Ted Lindsay. So in rarefied air in so many different categories. Nate strips away. He'll bump it inside the line. Kapanen tried to play it back, but Panthers get on that, and it's Kulikov at the line on his backhand. Shoveling it into the corner, laid back out. Up the head, Frederick take it down at center. Mitchell dispatch it back into Edmonton Ice. No sec on it quickly. And Darnell Nurse around for Skinner. Able to work down ahead. Nugent Hopkins
okay.
trying to get after it. On it to the backhand.
Oh my God, that was close.
Good hustle by Nugent Hopkins. Absorbs the hit from Nosek. But Florida clears the zone. Skinner back past 5 minutes of this third. He'll weave through. Here's Skinner. Knocked out balance by Bennett. Or by Kachuk as Bennett sends it into the corner. Sam Bennett's on it. He can't get it past the point, but now it's Kachuk. And Echo intercepts that, but Bennett almost leaves. Mikula steps up. Rodriguez behind the net. Evan Rodriguez cycles that back for Bennett. Reinhardt's come on. Taken out by McDavid. And now the Oilers on the move and out. Draisaitl trying to spring McDavid. And
oh.
Oh! Take that just wide. Nice passing play for the Oilers to generate a chance. McDavid trying to feed the point. Now sends it in behind. Draisaitl there. Flipped across the goal mouth. Like he might have been trying to bank that off the shoulder of Bobrovsky.
I think Bobrovsky ducked his head too to make sure there wouldn't be any contact.
Right back inside the Oiler line. Pass Bouchard for Hagee. Turns. Coming up. Shot. And that just missed. What a chance for Lundell. Here comes Putzkolza digging in. Sharp angle shot. Stopped in a big rebound. Out for Lundell. We're going to go end to end here. Marchand's in. Marchand. Hey, shot it just wide. Almost another highlight play by Grant Marchand. In behind the net, it's Wallman. Pocket picked by Lusterinen. Way to Lusterinen for Blundell and back. Listen to this crowd. 7 minutes into the third, that shot blocked in front. And out comes Brown. And Mark can't get loose, chopped off his stick. And
how about shoot it straight out the zone?
all the way to Kane. Up for Brown. Nugent Hopkins back, Darnell Nurse. Oilers working ahead to Kapanen. Flooding the zone, Kasperi Kapanen's in. Centering pass and Reinhardt back defensively. Nate Schmidt after. Kapanen missed him with a hit. Kept in by Kane. To the near side, Reinhardt. Back to Kulikov. Now Schmidt. Up the boards off Markov and out. Clock's rolling.
Oh boy.
8 minutes into the third. Draisaitl wanted it and got it, and here's Draisaitl over the line. McDavid tripped up. Nope.
Somebody shoot. Somebody shoot, please. Please, anyone. Anyone. At the very least, a Panther shooting in their own fucking net.
McDavid with the retrieval. Perry's in front. Connor McDavid. Back to Bouchard.
What are you guys doing? Better be winning.
They have glanced off Perry, who takes a whack at it. Jones clears. Back in McDavid, and offside called at the line.
More start to this period. Both sides trying desperately. The Edmonton Oilers trying to get back in this game from midair. Can't quite get a stick on it. Now Marchand, how about him in this series? Another stick tap. He gets a great scoring chance. And then McDavid driving through. Knocked down. Tried to get up to make a play. Nothing there.
Wouldn't that have been a tripping call? Because there was like stick action to make someone fall. I know the one they missed earlier, tripping call, but that looked more like they were just bumping and one of them fell backwards. And we're back.
Goal in Game 7 for Edmonton last
to
year.
suffering.
Sam Reinhart goal, and Reinhart's outscored the Oilers 2-0 here tonight. The 3-goal Florida lead. 11-11 remaining. Rodriguez took that draw instead of Bennett. Here's Mikkola sending it in. Check center, trying to get it to Bennett. Comes back for Mikkola. Rodriguez on the far side. Bennett taken away by Klingberg. And John Klingberg up ahead, Kapanen. Sent in on Bobrovsky. Paul Maurice said they would not play with any dread that it would have to be won here tonight. When they have not played nervous.
Okay, please just shoot the puck. Can you at least not be a shutout loss? That would suck.
This is anything but a tentative third period trying to protect the lead, isn't it? I mean, they've got their ears pinned back. They continue to attack. They continue to pinch. Keep the pressure on.
There's Connor McDavid.
Trying to get into the zone. Slowed up by Forsling, who has done a masterful job against the best player in the world in this series. Back to the line, Bouchard can't hold it. Verhaeghe's got a break. Carter Verhaeghe's in. And Skinner out beyond the blue to make that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they scored on that one.
And surprisingly, that's the first shot of the third period for Florida. Past 10 minutes of the third.
You know what's smart?
Ah! I forgot to mute. Like, I clearly saw the fucking bumper thing to show, like, is going into a commercial break, and I did not have my fingers on Control M to mute the tab. Oh, we're not done yet. More ads. More ads. Now we're back. Wait for the ad thing to be done.
2024 Stanley Cup final. Sam Reinhart delivered the game-winning and Stanley Cup winning goal for the Florida Panthers. And tonight it was that same Sam Reinhart who opened the scoring for the Panthers, and he has closed the scoring to this point. That made it a 3-0 lead, which is where we stand with time ticking under 10 minutes in the third.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Oilers tied the game?
All three looking to play in a deciding Stanley Cup championship game as that puck sails out of play.
Well, as the clock just ticks away, you know, you feel, guys were talking about the frustration level. You just try to find something, but you've got a team in Florida right now that has learned their lessons. They've learned how to play in these types of games right now, and they haven't given the Edmonton Oilers any open ice. They have been an efficient bunch and continue to even pinch and be aggressive here up 3-0.
Counting tonight, last 4 games for Connor McDavid in this building, 1 assist. They get the matchup they want against McDavid, and they've been able to hold him off.
I need a miracle.
Back into the Florida zone. Ekblad over, and there's Reinhart out at center, knocked down, but Barry comes across to take it away from Carter Verhaeghe.
And Chris, again, another shift from the top line that just got absolutely nothing. No offensive pressure, no offensive ice time. They're back defending, now a change, and if you're not going to get production from anyone else, this game is going to go away pretty quickly.
Mikkola back and hit the official, stayed in the zone, and it's swung back by Kapanen in behind the net. And Klingberg advances. Kept in at the line, Kane, flipped that wide. And Marchand just gets rid of it. Rolling right on to Skinner.
Because that's one, I don't even think Bobrovsky saw that shot originally. He reacted when it hit the boards behind him.
Under 8 left.
Bruh.
Turnover. Here's Kachuk. Bennett. Stopped by Skinner. Trying to jam it in. Now flipped ahead and does get out to center after the turnover almost opened the door for a 4th Florida goal. There's Schmidt playing it off the stick of Rodriguez wide. Kachuk knocks that down along the boards. Frederick flattens him. And now out comes Henrique. Frederick rolling it through, unable to connect with Skinner. Nate Schmidt, Matthew Kachuk. Barkov off the bench. Just wide of the net, so an icing call and a face-off in Florida territory.
Boy, the turnovers have been the problem all night for the Edmonton Oilers. A couple of goals off them. Here's another one. Quick little release there by Bennett. Nice save there by Skinner to get it, but it's going one way and then all of a sudden back the other. That's how the game started off. And now you've got Stuart Skinner with an offensive zone face-off going off for the extra attacker.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So 6 on
Oh, for
5
fuck's sake.
with 7 minutes to go. Oilers looking for one to try and light the comeback.
Jesus Christ.
Bouchard for McDavid. Forsling there, as he always is. Now it's Ekblad. Forsling. Ahead for Hagee. And it stayed in. Nurse saved it for a moment. Now Barkov swings it across. Empty net, scores. Hat-trick goal for Sam Reinhart. His first ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Where's the fucking... Yeah, Edmonton's not winning. Edmonton's not winning.
A Four Nations winner, and on his way to a second consecutive Stanley Cup. Reinhart, 3 in the game, 10 in the postseason.
Yeah, what a time to go on a 4-game streak, and he just continues to be able to make plays. It's Barkov again through Nugent Hopkins. There's the frustration for Perry. Yeah, you can't blame the Oilers for the early pull, but the party started a little bit early, 6:34 to go, but this building is electric with what's coming next. Well, Chris, you talk about guys that have injuries at the time. He went 5 games with goalless and didn't really look like himself. Even the first 2 games of this series, Reinhart didn't do much, and he has exploded in the last 4 games. 6 goals, 3 assists, and none bigger here than Game 6, trying to clinch second straight Stanley Cup.
2 goals in last year's final. We mentioned the series winner, but just 2. Here's 3 tonight, 6. As he matches Marchand's total in the final. And the beach party.
There's no way. There's no fucking way.
Starting in Fort Lauderdale.
There's no way the Oilers can recover from this.
There's an icing call against Edmonton. Well, we have the opportunity, a salute to our production and technical crew, many of whom won the Canadian Screen Award recently for their work on last year's cup clinching game. So our hats off to all downstairs in the truck. And a happy birthday to our statistician, Jason Murdoch, who comes up with all the key stats throughout the playoffs. Been a dominant performance here by the defending Stanley Cup champions.
It really has, and Paul Maurice said he felt his team was getting better with each game throughout this final. The 3 overtimes early, but Sam Reinhart, when it matters most, the hat trick on the night.
Hey. Yeah, this game sucks. This fucking sucks. You liking this game, chat? I don't. I need a quart of the hard stuff.
White glove night here in Sunrise. Phil Pritchard shining up that beautiful piece of silverware.
Amazing to think Phil had to put it back into the case 3 times last year in the same scenario, and finally in Game 7. Here in Game 6, you got...
No, you've got to be kidding, Chris. Chris. You're doing this again.
Once again. Off the draw. It comes outside the line. Bouchard, red line, right back in. McDavid first one after it.
It's going to be a 5-0 game.
Away from traffic and back to Echo. And Bouchard. Matthias Ekholm for McDavid. Watched by Barkov. Draisaitl behind the net. Perry at the side of the cage. Nugent Hopkins in front. And Bouchard. There's not much there, and Ekholm can't get it through. With an extra man, there just doesn't seem to be many holes. There's a puck blocked in front by
Please, just one goal? No. It's good. Okay. Chat, I told you. I fucking told you. Didn't even have to fucking look at the game. Is it right? It's Reinhardt again.
Well, Sam, there aren't many more moments that will be as memorable as this. He started things off with just a brilliant play individually, jumping up off of a turnover, makes the great play at the net. On the doorstep here, Captain Sasha Barkov off his skate, and then a couple of empty netters. They count just as much. You're trying to get this thing to the end zone. And back to back as he's falling down, his 4th of the night to make it a 5-0 game.
11 goals, 23 points in the playoffs now. He had 16 last year. 5-0, 5 minutes left.
Anyone got boosts to add to this? I'm gonna need a whole lot. Holy fuck! It was about fucking time that Edmonton scores.
Puts the loose puck in to break the Bobrovsky shutout bid.
Well, and something that they really haven't been able to do is
at least it's not a shutout anymore.
Rebounds in front, and this one just the battle going. Looks like it hit off Jones originally, and Colson a bittersweet feeling. You know, maybe a little too late there, but he does a nice job of tracking it down. Bobrovsky can't hold on to it. Wouldn't be surprised if Stuart Skinner maybe comes out again here, Chris, too. Don't worry about putting anything, making the number bigger. You got to try to find a way to get something here to stay alive.
3rd of the postseason for Bud Colson. It's played back inside the Edmonton line. And Mark, watched by Bennett. Out from Edmonton as Klingberg rolls it along the boards. Comes loose for Schmidt. Red line dumped right back in by Rodriguez, and quick change for Florida. 4 minutes on the clock. This has been the dominant line tonight. And now up to 68 points for the top line. There's a turnover, and Lundell in. He sent it wide.
Thank God it missed.
Marchand looking for it. The Bennett line was 60 points. The Lundell line had 57 at last count. So lines 1, 2, and 3 have all played an enormous role in this run to a second consecutive Stanley Cup victory.
And this has been an impressive game on home ice, knowing at the buzzer the Stanley Cup could be at center ice. They've brought an incredible performance, both offensively and defensively.
Chuck through for Rodriguez. Bouchard there. Up on the boards, and Mikkola will slap it back behind the net.
2:25 remains before doom.
Mikkola gets it again. This time he does get it deep.
I mean, that was to be expected anyways.
Play called, and Kachuk and Keane were involved, and let's find out who's going off.
Evander Kane's going to end this game with a 10-minute misconduct. Kachuk, who you know will get under your skin and engage at different times, he's not about to engage now. On a night that hasn't seen a whole lot of penalties called, I think that's just the officials saying, let's get this one to the end line.
Talk about playoff history. The last player with 4 goals in a Stanley Cup final, I think you've heard of him, Maurice Rocket Richard.
Wow.
1957 against the Boston Bruins.
There's a scream that I don't fix the fucking pop filter.
I'm sure he remembers that well. What a night for Sam Reinhart.
I see the clock ticking down, like the moon is about to crash Clock Town. Crash 2 Clock Town in Majora's Mask. Bruh. The final minute.
One more minute left in the 2024-25 NHL season. The reign's going to continue. And now they're knocking on Dynasty's doorstep. The Florida Panthers back-to-back Stanley Cup champions.
I feel like Connor McDavid. I really fucking do. Fucking.
Convincing win in Game 5 to bring it home, and an even more convincing win to clinch the cup, this time in 6 on home ice.
Well, you think of the effort to get to the Stanley Cup final 3 consecutive years, the journey after losing to the Vegas Golden Knights, the drama of Game 7 last year, and Chris trying to avoid that same drama to have to go back to Edmonton this time for a Game 7. They probably had their best game of this series.
Brad Marchand, such a huge part of the success story for the Panthers, who take out Tampa Bay early, survive a scare against Toronto to win in 7, eliminate Carolina, and now win back-to-back. And once again in the same building, the same handshake line.
Yeah, it's got to be a feeling that is ingrained in your mind from last year. And both games, the top guys, McDavid and Draisaitl, unable to get anything done offensively. 1 assist in the Game 7.
See, I'm not proud to be right next to this.
Game 6 here. We all saw the emotion that last year's loss provided. It can't feel any better this time.
What's worse, fucking Ratman has got the cup.
Played better than ever in these playoffs, and still is in the runner-up spot, as has become that
I'm closing this shit.
Playing with Dallas and Tampa.
Bye-bye. Closing this shit. Here's the thing. I think I know what's up with the Oilers. I think the reason why, like, if we put away that one game that they got like hella fucking like penalty minutes, right? Why the fuck did I open Steam? I wanted to open Discord. Here's the thing that I wanted to say. The Edmonton Oilers, besides the game, they got like hella penalty minutes because they got their emotions in the fucking way and like just went ape shit on the ice, right? The absolute pressure from something that is such a big deal just fucking weighs down on you. And it just becomes like a cry for help that is left unanswered. So in their minds, they're like, there's half an aneurysm going in here that makes them kind of look stupid and lost. Where they can't really put all their effort to what they're aiming for. Thus, this shit happens. But what do I know? I have never played the fucking sport. I only watched it on TV. Yep. That's it for me tonight. GG's, Florida. Back-to-back champions. Also, Ratman can have his fucking grubby hands on the Stanley Cup. Kind of wish he stayed in Boston, busting massive two shits. Anyways, chat, that was fun. What is fun? What is... I say it was fun, but like it's more like having people watch a hockey game with you is the thing here. And I don't know, man. Anyways, that's all from me tonight. For those who've been expecting gaming, yeah, Majora's Mask is still on the regular scheduled programming for this Thursday. We are back at trying to beat Majora's Mask. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in, for all of those who have. This will be... I'm just going to move this closer. Yeah. That'll do. I think that's going to be it for Hockey Watch-Alongs until next year. Because I only do hockey watch-alongs on like big occasions. Like this year we had the Four Nations face-off, I think it was called, the round robin. US, Canada, Sweden, and Finland. Yeah, I did that. I only did the final game. The one Canada USA round 2. I did that. And the QMJHL finals, it was Moncton Wildcats versus Rimouski Oceanic. It was game... Oh fuck, what was it? I don't know. I would have to go back and look at the thing. My old VODs. Well, not really that old, but... Look back at my VODs. See what game that was. And... yeah, we watched 2 games of the NHL. The regular teams. In the finals. So, yeah. Hoping next year another Canadian team makes it in the finals. We could have something cool Bruins lol. I think next year, if Canada... By the way, NHL players have been confirmed for the Milan Olympics in Italy. NHL players are going back. So that's very pog, if you ask me. So if Canada reaches the gold medal and the game falls on a stream night, Tuesday or Thursday, we'll watch that. Yes, I know, planning ahead of time. Way ahead, like months. And we'll watch some more NHL finals when there's a Canadian team that reaches there. Just hopefully Could it be Edmonton's third finals in a row? Who knows? Could it be another Canadian team? Who knows? Would it be Toronto? Hope not. Fuck them. Fuck Toronto. Only sports I'm watching in Toronto is, at the very least, the Raptors. I don't care how they're performing. And I'm not a big basketball guy. The only thing I know is Michael Jordan. Yeah. We'll see. Anyways, I have actually enjoyed doing the watch-alongs on YouTube. Despite the end results, I understand nobody can win every game. Sometimes we just gotta take the L, and tonight was one of them. Probably yapping way after I said, "Alright guys, I'm gonna go now." And then it just goes down to endless yapping. So for real, I'm heading out. I am heading out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back for some more Majora's Mask this Thursday. Yeah. This shit is rigged. I can tell you that much. And there's been rumors that if Gary Bettman retires as the NHL commissioner, it's probably Steve Yzerman's gonna be next. He, like, actually someone who played the fucking sport is gonna be the league's commissioner. And we'll fucking make sure it's someone who's actually played the sport. And not like someone who fucking rigs the whole thing. I hope he brings back the Quebec Nordiques. That'd be a fun thing to watch. The Battle of Quebec. Yeah. Anyways, yapping again. I'm going now. Bye. I go. Bye bye. Please leave.